Hey guys, Dr. Brown here with Kubo Math coming to you from Tarlac City, Philippines. I guess you laugh because I start each video exactly the same way. But tonight we're going to repeat one of the videos we had earlier, or a portion of it at least, because what you could see on the board was a little bit small. People gave me some feedback and said if they're looking at this on their cell phone, it was difficult to see. So we're going to break that video up into various portions and go at this again. So having said that, we're going to talk about positive and negative number operations. If you were to think about this column representing the operation of math, we're adding things and we're subtracting, and this column represents the sign of the number that we're adding or subtracting, we can make equivalents to that and change those into all addition rather than any subtractions. We can make it into an addition, and it will help clarify certain items for you. At least it did for me, so I'm just passing that along. So having said that, if we this would be an example of what I mean. We have 3 plus some number, which in this case we'll just make this a positive 3. 3 plus 3, we know that's 6. Now I have a number line here. If you always put this in plus something, then you can read the sign of this number to know which direction to go on the number line. 3 plus a positive 3, so here I am at 3. I would go that direction 4, 5, 6. I would go up 3 more units and end up at 6. Now that doesn't sound like that would be too complicated other than, well, let's look at this one. 3 plus a negative 3. 3 plus a negative 3 is, since I'm already adding something, I can read the sign of this number. 3 plus a negative 3, I need to go toward the negative direction 3 units. 1, 2, 3. So 3 plus a negative 3 is 0. The first times I was exposed to negative numbers and adding and subtracting those, there was one of these that gave me a fit. We'll get to it in just a moment. What about this one? I have 3 minus a positive 3. 3 minus a positive 3. That's the same as, since I'm subtracting, I want to change that to addition. That's 3 plus a negative 3. Now then, I'm at 3. I need to go plus a negative 3. It's the same as one we had earlier, or similar to. Minus a positive is the same as plus a negative. So 3 plus a negative 3 is 0. What about this one? Minus a negative. This is the one that used to trip me up. 3 minus a negative 3. Oh, what to do? I'm at 3 minus a negative. Oh, what direction do I go? Minus a negative is plus a positive. So now I've changed this minus sign into a plus sign. Change the operation of this one. Minus a negative is plus a positive. 3 plus a positive 3. That equals 6. To me, that is not obvious that equals 6. So in my mind, I have to say, oh, minus a negative, that's plus a positive. 3 plus 3 is 6. That's the way I have to do that. Okay, I would commit these to memory because in algebra and anywhere in any type of analytical life, you're going to have to be able to use these interactively very fast. What about subtraction, or what about division and multiplication. So let me remove my number line. Recall, if I have A divided by B, and that equals some number X, then what that means is X times B gives me A. So BX equals A. So if I have 10 divided by 2, and since we're dealing with positive and negative numbers, this number is positive, this number is positive, what does this have to be? Well, I know 10 divided by 2 is 5 because 5 times 2 is 10. But I have a positive up here. So a positive times a positive gives me a positive. So now I have to start considering the sign of that number. Okay? So a positive divided by a positive equals a positive. What if this number is negative and this one's positive? So now I have a negative divided by a positive. Well, remember, we know if I cover up the sign, 10 divided by 5 is 2. Positive times positive, gives me a positive. So I need this to be negative. Negative times positive is a negative. So a negative divided by positive, this number has to be negative. Negative times positive is negative. Negative divided by positive is negative. Okay. What if I have a positive divided by a negative? So now this number times this one has to give me that one. Well, a negative times a negative is a positive. So if I have a 10 divided by a negative 2, that equals a negative 5. Negative 5 times negative 2 gives me a positive 10. Let's see, which one are we? We haven't done a negative divided by a negative, right? Correct. Okay. What number times a negative gives me a negative? Well, it'd have to be a positive. Positive times negative is negative. So if I have a negative 10 divided by a negative 2, that equals a positive 5. Positive 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. So commit these to memory, practice them, and such that you can get comfortable. And like I said, this was my kryptonite, this one right here, for me, which plays into this one right here. So, but I just have to practice. If I want to be in the NBA of the job market, I have to practice and hone my skills. And we live in an analytical world, so I would encourage you to practice, practice, practice your math. You'll hear me say that every week, and if you do that, together we can build a better tomorrow. So I'll see you next time. Thank you.